I've been a fan of Art Carney's ever since the first time I saw him perform. He's a fine comedian, a fine actor, and he deserves a nomination for his, the Golden Globe Award for Best Actor of the Year for his performance in the film Harry and Tonto, which is also up for the Best Film of the Year. Would you welcome, please, Mr. Art Carney? I should have known. I remember the last time you were on the show was the night we had Burt Reynolds on and Dom DeLuise. We were throwing eggs, and you came in with no trousers on that night.
That was a full moon.
That was a full moon night.
What makes you think I got trousers on tonight?
What are you wearing on the thing here?
Well, they make... actually, I was... you know, I had a nosebleed. Seriously.
Yeah, you were going to be on the show about a month ago.
What do you want me to look?
No.
Where's the nosebleed camera? And,
you were booked for the show.
You saved these?
Yeah.
And, they kept me there for a week. And, it kind of scares you, you know. The thing lasted about 18 to 24 hours. And they tested me for high blood pressure. And, I'm on medication now.
Good. Have you got any extra? Yeah, you want to... Doesn't bother you a bit, huh?
No. And they got me a room near the hospital, and they seriously, they put me on this high blood pressure medication that has affected me a little bit. I get the dryness in the mouth, so I carry these
little cough drops.
The cough drops.
Right. No, you missed the pocket.
I beg your pardon?
You missed it.
Let me see. Oh, while they were there, they do something for a nosebleed. But there's a vessel.
Look, you're not going to top Ann Margaret no matter what you do. No way. Yeah. No, but that's true about the nosebleed, and it was kind of a serious thing, right?
And it scared me. Anyway.
Luckily, they have a hospital right near NBC here.
St. Joseph Medical
which they had to put in when they put in the commissary. It was also a law. I think that there has to be a hospital within a reasonable distance.
And I got there. This is for flatulence.
You mean it helps it or it gives it to you?
And they got me a room near the hospital because, you know, in case the thing flared up. And I was watching the show a little while ago, and Shirley called me up and said somebody had to drop out or something. Would I get over here? Well, this is the way I look at the show every night. And I was lying in bed there, and actually about 15 minutes ago, I was thinking about Moose's meatballs.
You had a yearning for Moose meatballs.
Yes, I called up the deli and said, do you send Moose's meatballs to go? With the raisin cake toasted and coffee light. And I said, no, they didn't, so I'll get over there. And I saw her dance, and I just stopped thinking about Moose's meatballs.
Yes, trying to pick you up. Did you look good? You looking good shape. You look good now.
Well, I had a hot flash about 10 minutes ago.
It brought a little color to your cheeks, didn't it?
So, anyway, I did what I could to get over here as fast as I could.
Well,
I'm sorry about the outfit.
No, I think you look stunning.
That's the way it goes.
I think you look stunning. How do you feel generally? You get things occasionally?
I feel pretty good now, and I lost weight, and I think one of these pills that I take in the morning is a diuretic, which, well, it takes the fluid.
Takes water, yeah.
Something like that. And the other four are yellow. You know, they move. They're moving.
Moving pills.
I'll eat anything that isn't moving. But they do. Then the doctors always say, well, after a couple of weeks out, it'll level off. It's like when I had some oral surgery done about 3 months ago in New York and required 8 or 9 stitches. And I got a thing called paresthesia. And they always give you a little pamphlet, you know, about the cotton and the gargling, everything like this. And they said a little numbness may occur from 3 to 4 days after this operation. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
then there's a dash, and then they say, then again, it may last 3 to 4 weeks.
24 weeks.
My brother's a dentist, and he knew a fellow that lasted 2 years, his paresthesia. So all this was numb inside and out. I don't know why I'm talking about my ailments, but I'm actually a pretty healthy man, and I've had things like, these are all legitimate ailments called Osgood Slaughter's disease.
Osgood Slaughter's disease?
Yes, that's a bum knee. That's a knee that I got in football.
Why?
I've
Was
got
that
a thing called angioneurotic edema.
edema is fluid in a...
Right, angioneurotic edema. Now, you can get, the first time I got this was in the lips, and the lips swell up like that. I've had it in the eyelids, in the ears. You can get it any place. The most serious place of all I got it was in the throat, really, in San Francisco. I was on the road doing a play, and opening night, this thing started to swell up. I don't know, it's partially allergic and this and that and everything.
So that's
Yeah, and it swelled up. And then the next day, we had a matinee, and I'd had my breakfast, and I was talking to my wife, and I said, well, it went pretty well last night. I hope the people in the front row didn't notice the fat lip. And I got talking, and pretty soon I was talking like this and everything like this. I said, what's the matter with me now? And I couldn't talk. And this thing had hit the, I don't know whether you've had this happen to you. I hope it never does happen to you. Hit the vocal cords, hit the voice box.
And it
Is
just-
there a box down there in your voice?
That's what they call it, the larynx. The
And all of a
larynx.
sudden, I'm talking like this. And they got me to a doctor. Do you want some of this?
No, thanks. No.
And they got me to a doctor. No, it's a little witch. This is witch hazel with a little oil of wintergreen and a twist.
And a twist?
That's all. I'm in a wagon. You know?
Are you sure you're not a hypochondriac?
That I am.
Well, what
Are
happened
you?
to your voice? I mean, go on. What?
Well, they got me to a doctor very fast because there was no pain attached to it. I couldn't talk. It was just like a whisper. And this doctor put adrenaline in one arm and some kind of cortisone in the other, which sped up the cortisone. And of course, I missed the show that night. And the next day, the feeling and the sound of my voice was like you'd been to a football game, hollowing your head off, and it was just complete hoarseness. But it's a scary kind of a thing.
Oh, that's never heard of
Yeah.
that.
And
I've never heard of the other thing you had, Sawyer's syndrome, or Osgood's problem.
That's the knee.
Oh,
Yeah, well, this is the bum, like, this was in 1944 over in France.
Oh, really?
Shrapnel wound, yeah.
I didn't know that.
I also have a hiatus hernia, which is right in here. Otherwise called a diaphragmatic hernia, herniated diaphragm, or an upside-down stomach.
Well, I'm
This is
certainly glad
are they eating
you're
it?
here tonight, I think.
This is serious, too. They don't like to operate on this.
What, the upside-down stomach?
Red Skelton was operated on this. This is a thing that can happen when you eat and the food or liquid doesn't take a normal course. And
Goes round and round and comes out here.
And you wake up and you throw up for about 9 months.
That's weird. I've never heard of some of these
Know
things.
that. I've got another thing.
All right.
Neurodermatitis is another. Go ahead.
Neurodermatitis?
And contact dermatitis.
I worked with them in the Midwest once. Neurodermatitis.
Yes.
Opening act. You remember them, Frank?
Dermographism is another thing
What's
that
that?
I'm subject to. And conjunctivitis.
Oh, I know what that is. That's in the eyes.
Yeah, that's why you do that all the time, isn't it?
No, that's just a nervous habit.
Oh, is it?
That's Sawyer's syndrome. Osgood's knee. You could make a soap opera, just out of you alone. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back. One of Mr. Carney's very talents is playing the piano. We have a piano.
Wishing I could play the piano.
Well, you
Real
play well.
frustrating.
You play well. Would you like to noodle something for us? Certainly.
Well, you probably hear If Tenderly a September Song, and then I do it every year.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
From New York, The Tonight Show, starring Johnny Carson. This is Ed McMahon along with Tommy Newsom and the NBC Orchestra, inviting you to join Johnny and his guests, Mr. Billy D. Wolfe, Gunilla Knudsen, author Jerzy Kosinski, and from the hit Broadway show Pippin, Ben Vereen and John Rubinstein. And now, here's Johnny.
All right. You're back. All right. Who wants the white meat? Good evening. If you think you got indigestion now, wait till you hear the monologue. This is... Have you about had it with football?
Oh, what a day of
just
football.
about-
Up the bus from Bayonne. Listen, that's terrible. What is that?
Let's go down to Times Square, Martha. Well, anyway, forget that. I can't help it. It's the law of physics, the universe. Like particles attract, unlike particles. Yes. And that's what it does. What a way to start a show. Anyway, I'm glad you're here, and would you stop it? I know they're that way. Give me this thing here.
Come here, wait. Tommy? No, wait a minute. Come here. Come here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Johnny. Wait a minute.
I can't take
Come
it.
here. We'll just stand here and hold them down.
No, that's not going to work. All right, now you've seen my trousers. Get it all out of your system. And we welcome you. This is, the Thanksgiving crowd. You got that happy smiling face and gravy on your tie. My Thanksgiving...
I was going to say, fix your cuffs.
I saw that, yes. My Thanksgiving's a little different. Come on, listen to these and we'll get going. My Thanksgiving is a little different than most people.
How is that?
Well, what happens is my ex-wives get together and carve up my belongings. No, they don't do that. They don't do that. That was a joke. This is a recording. I tried something. You may not believe it. I like an old-fashioned... Tommy is filling in for Doc tonight. Tommy had a big Thanksgiving today. His mom sets up the card table in front of the television so he can have dinner and watch the Three Stooges. It's true. How are you, Tom?
Very well.
Good to see you.
Yes.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you.
Same.
What is a holiday?
Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Thanksgiving. And you have nothing to be thankful for. Now, the staff on The Tonight Show and I are very close. We're like one big family. And every year, the whole staff, we have our Thanksgiving. No, we do. We have our Thanksgiving dinner together, and it means a lot to all of us. Before dinner, everyone sits down and watches me say grace on videotape, and then they have... It's a very warm relationship. Did you see the Today Show? I don't suppose you get up that early? Today Show had a special Thanksgiving show. Frank Blair and Joe Garagiola each grabbed one of Barbara Walters' legs and made a wish. They didn't do that either. They didn't do that. There was an item in the paper today that, and this upsets a lot of people because it seems that the poultry farmers, in order to get the turkeys to grow big, inject them with hormones. Did you know that?
Yes.
And the turkeys Get kind of kooky. You know you've gone too far when you sit down and ask for the cranberry sauce at dinner, and the turkey passes it to you. That's a giveaway right there. Did you see the Thanksgiving Day parade today? Wasn't no, that's a great annual event. Macy's. Of course, the big finish is Santa Claus was in town in New York for the first time this year, and he stopped for some hot coffee. And when he got back, his sleigh was up on blocks and someone had taken his reindeer. Kind of a nice welcome for Santa Claus. Ed took his little nephew Ralphie to the parade, right? During the parade, he said, lift me up so I can see. And Ralphie said, I can't, Uncle Ed, you're too heavy. It was a little teeny nephew like that. I was watching the parade with one of our secretaries, you know, Crazy Emily, of our staff. And she's a bright girl, but I guess she just forgot. She says, what's a pilgrim? And I said, well, that's the first man to discover uncharted territory. And Emily said, she'd met her first pilgrim when she was 16. Wasn't that interesting? Anyway, tonight, you're in a good mood tonight. We have a good show. We have Mr. Billy DeWolf with us. We have a lovely young lady by the name of Gunilla Knudsen, who is going to demonstrate, I understand, the art of massage tonight.
Terrific.
Who is going to be the lucky recipient of that?
We'll vote.
All right, we'll take a vote.
Right.
That's the only fair way to do it.
Right.
Jerzy Kosinski is a fine author, is with us, and from Pippin, the musical that's on Broadway, we've got some members of the cast who are going to do about 3 numbers. Ben Vereen and John Rubenstein are here with 4 or 5 very attractive gal dancers. And what else? We got some new, if you haven't had enough football today, we've got some highlights. You know, the crazy things that have happened in the past couple of weeks from the NFL films, so we'll have those. Anything else?
That's it.
All right.
Let's get on with it.
No, they're fine. It's the lights that do it.
The what?
The lights. It's the lights that do this. So it gets warm. It has to be brisk and cool, and then your pants do that. See how they're working? We'll be right. All right, we'll be back in just one. And now here's golf pro Tom Shaw with a word about Jamar's new flat, Sanzabel 2. Aha!
Hi, I'm Tom Shaw, and I'm a pro in a crazy game called golf. It's a tough business, so my clubs and my clothes have got to be the best. That's why my slacks are Sanzabel 2 by Jamar. They keep me neat and comfortable on the golf course, and the styling's so great, I can wear them when my wife and I go out in the evening. But here's what I like best about Sanzabel 2. It's Jamar's elastic webbing that stretches right along with me. It makes Sanzabel 2 the most comfortable slack I've ever worn. And Sanzabel 2 has all the color a guy can handle. In double net fabrics of 100% Dacron polyester. That's Jamar's no-quit knit that really holds a crease. So see for yourself.
Tom, you have to tell them that Sanzabel 2 is washable. You simply drop them in the washer-dryer, and out they come, looking like they're straight from the cleaners.
If my wife says they're washable, they're washable. We both think Sanzabel 2 with Dacron is about the best slack you can buy. But then they've got to be good. They're made by Jamar Ruby Incorporated, Michigan City, Indiana.
We are back. Now, to start show. That was last night.
Another night like
We
that,
got
right?
silly last night, didn't we?
Sure did.
We have a good show tonight. We have, that's tomorrow night.
Who's on tomorrow night?
All right. Tomorrow night we have Tony Randall, J.P. Morgan, David Brenner, Mentalist Mark Stone, And the famous clown from the Moscow circus, Popov.
Popov,
World famous all over, will be here.
Is
And,
Mark Stone, that's the fellow that did the trick out on the West Coast? And,
That's the fellow, the medalist who did
Yeah.
the ESP out on the West Coast and was not too successful, but he is making another appearance tomorrow to show us that he actually has extrasensory perception.
Okay.
That will be on tomorrow. And tonight we have Billy DeWolf, Vanilla Knudsen, Jerzy Kosinski, and some excitement from Pippin. Now, I got to do something. I got to tell you something funny. I've had 47 years to prepare for this, right? And I blew it. My parents are celebrating their golden wedding anniversary of 50 years. So I called them yesterday, and I said, well, how are you going to spend tomorrow, the big day? And my mother said, it was yesterday.
Oh.
I had written down November 23rd, you know, and I equated it with Thanksgiving, and it was November the 21st. I was only a day late. 47 years I had to get ready
Yeah.
for the golden wedding, and I missed it a day.
Oh.
But they
They
were
accepted
married.
that all right, everything?
Oh, yeah, of course. 50 years
50
and November
years.
the 21st, so I want to say happy anniversary.
anniversary,
My mother and father. Who live out in Columbus, Nebraska. And where do you think my father was today? He was overseeing his father. That's true. My father was leaving this morning to go see his father.
That's 90, he's 97?
97. He's 97. And he lives in Blair, Nebraska.
Yeah. I
And
guess
he-
we'll be doing this show a long time.
I like that when it runs in the family like that. That you know, you got something working for you.
Boy.
But my grandfather has a great sense of humor. He said, you know, and he doesn't stay up this late, but he will hear from people who have heard that I have mentioned his name. His name's Christopher. They all, of course, have called him Kit all his life. And he hears that I talk about him, and he says, John talks him up, but he says he's got all those commercials, and he says, I never get any remuneration. He says, he mentions my name all the time, and I don't get any remuneration. That's
No
funny.
wonder you've been so shrewd in your bargaining with NBC.
That's right.
Background. That's what that was.
So anyway, what else do we have? Okay, we have some
Football.
football film here. This is furnished to us by the...
NFL films.
You didn't think I could handle that?
Every
not
single
too
night
good.
you've ever said it, it's been wrong.
You're right. I've always said the Football League or the so-and-so. You have to watch the monitors in the studio. You don't have to, but you'll miss it. These are just crazy things that have happened. Bob, you want to roll it? Watch the monitor. Here are three fans in Minneapolis who were either smashed, I think. They fell out of... Here's Eagle quarterback Pete. Now, first he gets slapped. Look. Now, then he gets jumped. Now, here's one of these things where you wish you were not the center of the team. The Eagle center. Watch this. Right over the head of the kicker.
Oh.
And the guy goes in, and it's 2 points for safety, right? Now, he is Bob Berry of the Falcons, who's a very sure-footed quarterback. That's Berry. Now watch. He prefers after he's been tackled, the praying position, you see? Next run. This is Terry Bradshaw of Pittsburgh, quarterback. Well, most quarterbacks, you know, are not known for their running ability. This is not particularly funny. It's just incredible balance. Slow motion is great. Watch this. All of these guys have a shot at him, still going, and some other guy tries to get him.
No.
Still going. And then finally, hello there. Now you'll see Jeff Kinney get hit in this next play by Andy Russell, but also gets hit by his own man. Catches the ball. Now watch. His own teammate comes in to help. You may have seen this. This is Don Cockcroft. He wins the game by kicking a field goal in the last few seconds of the game, but you'd think, you know, he'd missed. And he doesn't quite realize what's going on until they come over to congratulate him. He thinks he missed it. Look at these grown men. Now watch. Now, if you think he was upset, watch the face on the Baltimore center, Bill Curry. Just watch. He's steamed. You dirty. Now he thinks it over again. Wouldn't you like to put some words in his head? A balloon over his head and write in what he's thinking about. This is the coach, John Sandusky. He's very calm until... And Now, here's a temper tantrum by Don Nottingham of the Colts. He slips. Now, watch this little temper tantrum. Now you'll see George Askins of the Raiders, and he'll show you how to do a cartwheel right here. Now, here's probably the hardest hit of the year. Mercury Morris the ball, and watch this collision. And number 63, who was Roy Kirkley, knocked himself completely unconscious on that play. Now, the last one is a real goofy one here. Starts with a high center on a field goal attempt, and this is Pete Liskey, and he tries to pass it. Now, watch what happens. Now, watch the guy on the sideline. Very casually, watch. I got it. Was that cool? Okay. That's it. Is that about the coolest reception you've ever seen? All right, we'll return in a moment after this word from Ed and Alpo. Are you there yet, Ed?
I'm here.
All right.
I'm
all
okay,
yours.
John. I'm here again with a dog who's not interested in eating Alpo. Look at this guy. He can't wait to get there. Sure, look at. Go ahead. Beautiful pal. You know, you've probably noticed that almost every dog we use in these Alpo commercials really does love his Alpo. Now, we don't do anything special to get them to eat either. They just naturally go for that beef. Most dogs do. Your dog probably doesn't know if there's cereal in his food, but you can tell. If you want to get all the meat you pay for, read the label on your dog food can. If I've already done it, you may be surprised to find out lots of dog foods do have cereal, things like cracked barley or wheat flour. So if you want your dog to get all the meat you pay for, well, you know what to do, right? Feed him Alpo. Because Alpo's just beef and meat byproducts without a speck of cereal. The decision's up to you. And doesn't your dog deserve Alpo? Oh, here's something else your dog will love, too.
Liver Snaps treats are made with real liver, and dogs love them. Treat your dog to Liver Snaps.
My first guest tonight is a former Miss Sweden, whom I'm sure many of you will recognize from a very popular commercial she did, the Take It Off Girl. And she's written a book of massage called Gunilla Knudsen's Book of Massage,
Yeah.
which I thought was very apropos. Would you welcome Miss Gunilla Knudsen? Do you think you will ever live that commercial down? That was...
I was just wondering if you were going to play the music.
I didn't know, but...
And I was hoping you wouldn't.
Wouldn't?
But that's okay.
That was very good for you, wasn't it, really, that commercial?
Yes, I think it was very nice. It definitely got me started. But, of course, now I'm into a different field.
That's right. You don't want to be remembered just for that all your life.
Right.
You're looking very, very pretty, as usual.
Thank you. You look very handsome yourself.
Well, how about that? That's
I'm
very
glad
nice.
you agree with me.
Yes, well, of course, you're a guest. I never argue with my guests. You really wrote this, huh?
Yes, I did.
Massage in Sweden, of course, has been popular for...
Yeah, I think that we definitely have a different attitude towards staying in shape, and we realize that if we feel our best, we look our best.
Right.
And I think I was 12 years old when I went for my first massage.
12?
And that's something that people in Sweden spend money on, you know, instead of going to the hairdresser or buying a new dress, they'd rather spend the money on massage. But of course, it's still less expensive over there than it is here.
Yeah, well, now what would it cost you in Sweden to go get a massage?
About the equivalent of $1.50.
About $1.50.
Right.
Over here, it's $10, $12, $15 or something like that?
Yeah, in New York City it is.
Yeah. Isn't it, or is it? I don't know.
It is about $10. It shouldn't really be more than between $7.50 and $10. I think if you call a place and they say it's $25 and for a deluxe massage it's $40, then you know you're calling the wrong place.
Yeah. You know, there have been, I know in Los Angeles and also here in New York, what they call the massage parlors, which kind of got a bad name.
Yeah, I think it's fine if, you know, they exist, but I just don't think they should call themselves massage parlors. Maybe just parlors would be fine.
Parlors, right, yeah. Yeah, $25 to $40 for massage is a little out of line. So if somebody quotes that, you know that it's more than, possibly more.
Than just a massage.
Than just a massage, okay. What does massage do for you? Is there really any therapeutic value, or is it just the fact that it feels good? Which it does. Everybody likes to have their back scratched. You know.
I think it definitely has, it's physically as well as psychologically beneficial to you. Of course, it depends on the masseur if they really know how to give a massage. I think, you know, just getting your back scratched is definitely, you know, not a massage, but it still feels good.
It's better than getting hit with a hockey puck. I mean, it's a choice. What makes a good masseur? Is it masseuse or masseur, depending if it's a
man or a woman?
Man or woman, of course.
I think you have to be physically strong, but you don't really have to be extremely strong, but you have to have strong hands.
Right.
And then, of course, there are many different ways of getting your hands ready, you know, making them strong enough for massage. And one good thing I find is to knead dough.
Knead dough?
Yeah, not to knead money, but to knead bread.
That's good for the hands?
Yes. And of course, it's great because you end up with strong hands and you get a lot of good bread too at the same time.
Yeah. How often should, I suppose as often as you can afford it, if you get a massage?
Well, I think that, you know, you certainly don't need it every day. I think if you do it, you know, once a week or every couple of weeks. And I think the ideal time is if you work out and you try to stay in shape. It's after you've exercised.
Yeah, somebody said you should not get a massage just before you eat or after you eat. Why not?
Because then, of course, if you are very hungry, you're not going to be able to enjoy the massage, and it's going to really exhaust you. And if you've just eaten, it's bad for your digestion because all the blood is going towards your stomach to help you digest the food, and then if you start massaging another part of the body.
You learned to do this originally in Sweden or here? Mainly in Sweden?
Well, I kind of knew how to give the massage in Sweden only because I would, you know, go very often. But then when I first came over here, I lived with a relative of mine who was a masseur, and he was educated in Sweden, and I used to help him out, and he taught me how to do it.
Well, I've got some aches and pains in my back that I've had for some time. Now, that's what it's really good for, is it to get the tension out of the...
Definitely. I think that you can tell mostly in the shoulder muscles if somebody is tense.
Yeah, they say it all starts at the base of the spine or up at the neck, and that...
So if you if you only have time to get one part of your body massaged,
that's the part.
back and your shoulders is the most important thing.
Well, that's probably all we're going to do, and we're not going to, you know, I'm not going to get in a bathing suit or anything for this. Maybe just...
Well, maybe you could...
maybe just
I'm
the
sure
top
everybody
half or
would
something.
like to see you in the
I don't think so.
I think if you take your shirt and your jacket off,
take
and
your shirt,
tie,
the jacket, and the tie, and maybe you can just show a
if
few
you have
basic moves. It's good for your attention. You can vicariously enjoy this, right? By watching it.
Yes.
Do we do this first, or do we...
Why don't you get organized? We voted, and you should be the person.
Did we take a vote to see who was gonna get this? All right. I always feel a little ridiculous removing my garments on television.
I thought you were going to do that during a commercial. That would be a little more dignified.
It's not dignified this way to strip right in.
Now they can play the music, right?
Play her music,
No,
and if you do it right now, it'd be great.
No, that looks really silly.
Oh.
Maybe,
just in time. I will remove my shirt, and then we'll have a small demonstration, right?
Right. I think
During this
that'd be
commercial.
very nice.
We'll be returning shortly. We'll be at the table in 1 minute.
Which glass would you rather drink from? 2 new glasses. We washed each one 10 times. The glass on left in a leading automatic dishwasher detergent. Glass on right in new Formula 211 Calgonite. Glass on left has visible residue. Calgonite glass is clearer. Because of Calgonite's exclusive new Formula 211, your glasses can be cleaner than they are now. Look again. The choice is yours. Which glass would you rather drink from?
Gentlemen, is there a woman in the room with you? Good. Then I have a question. How does a woman feel when she receives flowers on her birthday? What does it do to her? Now, FTD florists have created this forget-me-not bouquet especially for her birthday. Now, gentlemen, look at her. The answer is written clearly all over her face. And you will never forget this face, or her birthday, or FTD, Florists Trans-World Delivery.
Travel arrangements provided by United, serving 113 cities, making your land our land. In New York, the Tonight Show staff is staying at the New York Sheraton Hotel, one of the more than 240 Sheraton hotels and motor inns worldwide.
We just have 30 seconds here before we... No, we're going to come back and do this. No, what do I do first? You want to lie down?
You lie down on your stomach.
On my tummy? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And you take the towel and you put your chin on your hands like that.
My chin on my hands?
Yes.
Keep your chin on the hands of the man.
And I'm just going to put a little lotion, moisturizing.
We'll be right back. Possibly not. Oh, hi. For those of you who just joined us, you didn't catch us doing anything. This is Miss Gunilla Knudsen, who's demonstrating the art of massage, which is very beneficial to your health.
Yes, I'll start
What does this
with...
do for me besides make me want to take a cold shower?
No, it's going to make you feel very relaxed.
Relaxed.
But of course, I won't have time to give you a complete massage because that should take about an hour. But I'll start with something that's called friction,
Friction.
which I do down the back of your neck. I use my thumbs for that. But depending on what area of the body you're working on, you would use different parts of your hands. And that's just moving down in slow circles and sliding back up.
Yeah.
And then I move on to your shoulder muscles, and that's where you can really tell if somebody is relaxed or not.
Now, am I relaxed?
I haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, I thought you were there. I
And
thought
this is
something
called
was there.
petrissage, which is like
Petrissage?
grabbing the muscle between your thumb and your fingers and slowly letting it slide away. And that should hurt a little bit.
That does hurt just a little bit.
Yeah, but you're not really tense. I think you feel quite relaxed.
Yeah.
And after you feel that the muscles have relaxed there, you do what's called tapotement, which is just hitting the muscle. And this should also hurt a little bit.
Oh, yes, well.
It does?
Yes, hurt me, hurt me.
And then I will do friction down the side of your spine, also with my
I heard something
thumbs.
crack. What was that? I heard a little crack.
It did, well, that wasn't your body.
Oh.
And you move slowly up, and then you continue back down again.
Yeah.
And you make small circles.
I suppose that if couples did this, this would help keep a marriage together, wouldn't it?
I think it's very simple to learn, and you know, you can learn very easily from my book. And it's a steal for $4.95. You slide up, and then I do what's called kneading.
Kneading.
And that is just like kneading dough, really. And if
Yeah.
somebody is heavy, you would take the flesh between your hands, but
Yeah.
since you're very thin and in fantastic shape,
Really?
I don't have to do that. And then you do friction with your whole hand, with your palm of your hand, moving down your back. And then you can exert a lot of pressure, and you slide up, and you move back down, slide back up, and move down. And then you do a tapotement to wake the person up.
Oh, excuse me. What's the house detective? Oh. That really does take the tension out. You have a new position, though, don't you?
And then...
I don't mean a position, this kind of a position. Something that you're doing.
Yes, I'm the director for bath and beauty products for a new company called VibraSpa.
Yeah.
And we make a waterproof vibrator that you can give yourself a massage with right in the bathtub. And of course, that's the ideal time for doing it, because then your muscles are already partly relaxed.
Yeah.
And we also make mineral bath crystals, moisturizing cream, and friction lotion. And I've done the commercials for the company. And I'm now touring the country making personal
Well,
appearances.
I don't suppose we should continue this anymore, but I hate to stop because it's very nice, but...
But this is, by the way, this is called effleurage.
Effleurage.
Just moving down and then letting your hand slide back up.
That's a good move.
And then using a lot
Sure
of pressure.
beats the two-step, doesn't it? Gee, I thank you, Canella.
You're
That's
very
just
welcome.
a
And I would-
small sample there.
Yes, the last time I was here, I brought you something that you really hated a lot.
Rose hips you brought me.
Yes, and you hated it.
I did.
Yeah, and so this time I would like to give you something that maybe you like a lot.
What is that?
That's the waterproof vibrator. Can we show it?
Okay, that's swell.
But this is good for you as
That's
well
really
as
not
for
my
your wife.
color. I mean, that's...
Your wife can use it
Yeah,
too.
oh yeah. Thank you, that's very nice.
You're very
That's right.
welcome.
Thank you, Ganella.
Thank you.
Good night. Thank you, darling. Okay, we'll, I do this. We'll return in a moment, after we do this word from Budweiser, and then we're gonna have some of the people from Pippin to do some of the numbers from a great Broadway musical. We'll be right back.
You got the new shoot? Got the new shoot. Okay, let's go.
Some things a man decides for himself. If you Bud is sort of special. That's all the more reason to make it your regular beer. Think about it.
Hey, great jump.
When you say Budweiser, you've said it all.
I mentioned the other night I'd gone to see a very enjoyable musical called Pippin, which is involved with, peculiarly enough, Pippin, the son of Charlemagne. And it's beautifully staged and choreographed and by Mr. Bob Fosse. And it is always difficult to do numbers from a Broadway show out of context, and especially sometimes with the limitations you have on television. But one of the key characters in the play is played by a gentleman by the name of Ben Vereen, and he is an incredibly talented man. He lights the stage when he's out there, and Time Magazine has given him such a review. And in the play, Pippin, the son of Charlemagne, is trying to find, I guess as we all are, a fulfilling life, and he tries a variety of things. He tries school and war and etc., and nothing seems to satisfy him, so Ben suggests he tries a simpler life. Here is Ben Vereen. Ben?
Well, I'll sing you a story of a sorrowful lad. Had everything he wanted, he didn't want what he had. He had wealth and pelf and name and fame and all of that noise. He didn't have none of those simple joys. His life seemed purposeless and flat. Aren't you glad you don't feel like that? So he ran from all the deeds he done. He ran from things he just begun. He ran from himself. Now that's mighty far to run. Out into the country where he played as a boy. Knew he had to find him some simple joys. He wanted someplace warm and green. We all could use a change of scene. Sweet summer evenings, hot wine and bread, sharing your supper, just sharing your bed. Simple joys have a simple voice that says, oh, why not go ahead? And wouldn't ya rather be a left-handed flea, a crab on a slab at the bottom of the sea, than a man who never learns how to be free, not till he's cold and dead. Sweet summer evenings, so full of sound, gaining a lover, you're gaining a pound. Simple joys have a simple voice that says, take a look around. And wouldn't I'd rather be a left-handed flea, a crab on a slab at the bottom of the sea, a newt on the root of a banyan tree, than a man who never learns how to be free, not till he's underground. Sweet summer evening, sapphire sky, feasting your belly, feasting your eyes. Simple joys have a simple voice that says time is living's prize. And wouldn't I'd rather be a left-handed flea, a crab on a slab at the bottom of the sea, a newt on the root of a banyan tree, a fig on a twig in Galilee, than a man who never learns how to be free, not to the day, not to the day, not to the day, not to the day he dies. Na 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 na, yeah. Na 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 na.
Ben Vereen.
you got a real schedule today. You had a matinee this afternoon. You've had to do another show tonight on Broadway.
That's right.
Then you came over to appear here.
That's right.
Let me tell
It's
you
a pleasure.
publicly, you were just magnificent the other night. I had never had the pleasure of seeing you perform before, although I know you really came to the attention, I think, of most theater goers when you played in Jesus Christ Superstar and
That's
played
right.
Judas Iscariot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You really like to
Yeah.
perform. It shows, don't you, on a stage?
Yes, I love it. I love it. There's nothing else really.
Yeah. The role that you started out in Pippin started out, as I understand, as a smaller role and kind of just
Yeah,
stretched out a little bit.
Bob Fosse kind of gave me wings, and we worked together, and that was so great about it. You know, creating the role. It was. I did it when we first read the roles through, and after the first reading, I went up to Bob and I said, Bob, I think that the role is kind of small. But he said, hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Give and take, and you give and take, and you grow.
It's a great production.
Yeah, it is.
There haven't been,
fine cast.
in the last few years, not too many really great musicals, and this is one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Somebody said in an article that you had what they call a stage mother. You hear that term all the time. That was kind of
Yeah.
give credit for part of your success?
Yeah, my mother, she sort of pushed me out. She was, she used to hang around vaudeville during the time of Burt Williams, and Bessie Smith, Ma Rainey, and all those people. And so when this guy came along the street and was looking for, someone to put into a dancing school, and he selected me, my mother said, hey, go. And so she's been, like, behind me.
You went to the
ever
school
since.
in New York, didn't you? The School of
Yeah,
Performing
High School of
Arts?
Performing Arts, that's right.
Yeah, would you advise youngsters who want to go into the theater to go to someplace like,
Yes,
whether it's either
yes.
here or in any major city?
Yes, I wish there was more schools like the High School of Performing Arts. Unfortunately, there's only one, and it's in New York. But as far as educating people towards the arts and what arts are all about, the culture of arts, it should be spread out throughout the country, and every child should have the opportunity to know of this,
Find out if he's got any talent
Yeah,
and let
right,
it develop.
right.
You want to take a break here, Fred? And then we're going to do this. Then John Rubinstein is going to do a number from With the Gals. Do something together later on, right? Okay. We'll be back after a word from one of our sponsors. Stay with us.
Mothers do a lot of nice things their families never notice.
Hey, Gramps, how long have you been playing checkers?
All my life.
That's a long time. Double jump. Hey, Gramps, did you do that on purpose?
Maybe yes. Maybe no.
Mothers do a lot of nice things, but someone nearly always notices a box of buttermints.
Thanks, Mom.
Love and kisses. That's what a girl gets when she roasts her turkey the Reynolds Wrap way. Directions are on the heavy-duty package. First, line your roasting pan with Reynolds Wrap to catch the juices. See how it molds tight and firm? So strong, so tear-resistant. Now tint the turkey with Reynolds Wrap to keep the bird deliciously moist. Oven-tempered for flexible strength. Reynolds Wrap.
If you've just joined us, we're presenting some of the numbers from the Broadway musical Pippin. The role is played by John Rubinstein, and it's a tough role because a lot of actors like to get off stage occasionally, and he is almost constantly on stage. And he's done several musicals, movies for television, virtually every dramatic television show. He writes music, did the scores for The Candidate and Patty. And at this point in the play, it takes just a little setup so you'll understand what this is about. This is another
search for identity and to try to fulfill his meaning in life. And as this song is performed, his grandmother has suggested that maybe what he needs is a little hanky-panky, so to speak. Now, we can't show you this number as it's presented on Broadway because there's a little more hanky-panky than NBC was willing to sit still for. Personally, I would be happy to sit still for it, but here's John Rubinstein and 5 of the lovely gals in the cast to do this number. Would you welcome, please, John Rubinstein.
She's absolutely right. It's time to start living and stop worrying. Well, maybe that's the secret. Just to enjoy all of the simple things in life. The fresh air, the cool, clean water. Oh, the fresh fruit right off of the, oh, yes. And women.
Sex presented pastorally.
Of course, women. They're perfect. My days are brighter than morning air, evergreen pine and autumn blue. But all my days were twice as fair if I could share my days with you. Excuse me. My nights are warmer than fire coals, incense and stars and smoke bamboo. But nights were warm beyond compare if I could share my nights with you. To dance in my dreams, to shine when I need the sun, with you, to hold me when dreams are done. And oh, my dearest love, if you will take my love, then all my dreams are truly begun, and time weaves ribbons of memory to sweeten life when youth is through. But I would need no memories there if I could share my life with you.
Yahoo!
I found it.
Let me do this first, then we'll come back and talk. All right, we'll be right back afterwards, so stay with us.
Portugal, a small country with a big appetite and a big thirst for Matus Rosé.
Matus goes well with good times, good food, feeling fine.
Matus, the rosé wine that goes with everything good.
Love goes well with wine.
Visit Matus, the rosé wine that's like a trip to Portugal.
Hey, 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 Matus Rosé.
Revlon announces new Super Rich Mascara, the mascara that's practically smudge-proof.
You can cry in it, get caught in the rain in it, dream in it, kiss in it.
Super Rich Mascara thickens your lashes without smudging because it repels both water and skin oils, the things that make mascara smudge. Yet it creams off easily. Hypoallergenic, too. New smudge-proof Super Rich Mascara by Revlon.
Beautiful.
If you're just with us, we're talking with John Rubenstein and Ben Vereen, two of the principals in Pippin. You just said something interesting. You were listening to our band, and you said it was a lifelong ambition to blow any horn or anything in the band, right?
Yes, always wanted to play a horn in a band.
So have I. I don't know why. I think everybody sometimes wants to sit with a great group of musicians just once to see what it would be like, the whole thing. That's a great number. And I must say again, and Bobby, our director, Bobby Quinn, shot that beautifully, I think, both of the numbers, because it's extremely difficult in this studio, because you have the latitude of the stage over there.
Yeah, most of these numbers are very wide space numbers, and here it's very...
And it's difficult for Ben, and I'm sure the gals, when you have to choreograph something in a very limited space here, but it came off beautifully. That's a nice, that beats reading Run, Spot, Run in college, I'll tell you, working on a spot like that. This is you've had a few movie credits. What was somebody asked me to ask you about it? Did you make a film with Elvis Presley once?
Yes.
Called Chautauqua?
Well, it was originally called the Chautauqua, and then they figured it wouldn't sell like that, so they released it under the title, The Trouble with Girls and How to Get Into It.
That's a good change, I think.
It didn't do too well.
Didn't do it at all?
No. But it was fun. I got to sing in a barbershop quartet with Elvis Presley, old 1920s college songs. It's the last thing I ever thought I'd have to do.
Is this something you've always wanted to do, theater work? Ben said he went to the...
Lifelong dream. It's like a thing whenever I lived in New York, I always used to go to see all the shows. And I always wanted to do a musical on Broadway. And
you're there now?
There it is.
Yeah, you're going to have a long run, I think, in Pippin.
Yeah, we hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever get tired? Because you have to keep that energy level in the theater every night, and you're doing the same numbers, the same lines, unlike this show in which it changes, and yet your audience is different, so you have to keep that vitality.
It does change
constantly.
a lot. It changes a lot, yeah.
You get a different feeling?
The audiences change and the work changes. The relationships on stage change. It's very new each time. It really is.
As you live every day, you bring new experiences to the stage.
They have a very funny scene at the end of the thing where there's a little youngster. He can't be over, what, 6, 7 years old? 8 years old.
Yeah.
And he comes on with there's a scene with a live duck, and there's some funny lines. And have you ever, when you have animals and you're working a live show, and I believe you come in with a small lamb later on?
Yep.
Have you ever had problems with that particular scene where the lamb is bolted off stage?
The lamb used to want to get off stage all the time, and the audience would grow to hate me as I pulled on her neck to keep her on stage. But now she's gotten very fat and lazy, and she remains on stage and looks at the audience, and she tries to eat the microphone, which is right in front of her, and she gets all her laughs now.
Sometimes she makes a little mess on stage, which makes the following dance number a little
Yes.
difficult. Yes.
You wonder
I'm
if-
barefoot all the time.
Yeah, you wonder if animals get hip, you know. They come out and they get a little applause and say, hey, that's not bad. Tomorrow they go, milk it for a little bit.
They do. The duck sometimes decides to do a lot of talking. A
lot of quacking?
And she gets laughs and laughs and laughs, and the little boy and I just sit there waiting.
You got to sit and wait for the duck.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Somebody asked me to ask you, you did a movie once, your first movie, and what you had, was it one line?
Yes. Yes, I said one line and died.
What was that movie, you remember?
It was called Journey to Shiloh. It was a Western, a Civil War Western. I played a rebel who had been shot, and I was a deserter. I was in a rain-swept church, and there was lightning outside, and I died quickly. And they never used the shot. You just heard my voice off stage and saw a tearful reaction of another soldier watching me say it. You never saw my face.
That's rather depressing for
Yes,
the first movie.
yes. It was fun.
They leave you on the floor. When we come back, Ben and John are going to do a number together, and we'll set that up after this break. So we will take a break. Tom, just give a little downbeat, Tom. That's it, anytime. And we'll be right back. Here we are. John and Ben are going to do a number from Pippa now, and this is after a series of rather minor disasters in the play in which he's tried war, he's tried sex, he has murdered his father, and nothing has worked out too well so far. So at this time, Ben comes in and tries to push him on to the next thing, to get him on the right track. So here are Ben Vereen and John Rubinstein.
Well, damn it, nothing turns out the way I thought it would. Oh, I know, this is a musical comedy. But I want my life to mean something. And it will. It will? Yeah, it will.
You look frenzied, you look frazzled, peaked as any owl, flushed and rushed and razzle-dazzled. Dry your lips, damp your scalp. Now I can see you're in a rut, in disarray. And I'm not one to butt in, but in fact, I must say, if you take it easy to rust a while, don't look blue, don't look back, you'll pull through in just a while, 'cause you're on the right track. keep those hopes aloft. Keep cool as custard, trying hard, stepping soft. There's no trick to staying sensible, despite each cul-de-sac, cause each step's indispensable when you're on the right track. On the right track. On the right track. See sign on the right track. On the right track. Easy. Life with his usual zest. He tried art, the creative life. And you know something? He wasn't too bad. But what he discovered was...
You gotta be dead to find out if you were any good.
He dedicated himself to the church. He sought God in the highways. He sought him in the byways. And then he finally cornered him at the water fountain in the accounting department of a huge cathedral. But what he found out was...
The church isn't saving souls, it's investing in real estate.
Many. When things get dank, will feel their grip. Yo, we stay tranquil, spirits high, pulses low. But what I've left behind looks trifling. What's ahead looks black. Am I doomed to spend my life lingering on? Never! Easy, baby! You're on the right track.
Ben Green and John Rubinstein. We will return in a moment after this message, so stay with us.
The biggest crime in cities today is dull party dips. But there's hope in the jalapeno pepper because Frito-Lay has captured its thrilling taste in Frito's brand jalapeno bean dip.
Jalapeno, jalapeno, in the bean dip, what you taste is the jalapeno.
Frito's jalapeno bean dip. Rejoice! This is the end of dull dips.
Is a Volkswagen worth over $3,000? Well, if it has a magnesium alloy fuel injection engine and a 3-speed automatic transmission and steel-belted radial tires, all standard equipment, and lots of room and luxury, plus the quality of a Volkswagen, it's worth over $3,000. Introducing the 1973 Volkswagen 412 sedan and wagon, Volkswagen's luxury cars.
are back. My next guest is a dear friend of ours, and I think he's fine performer. He's been in show business since, what was it John Biner once said about Rosemarie on the show? When they built the stage, he held the hammer. He's also Mr. Jarvis on the Doris Day Show. Would you welcome, please, Mr. Billy DeWolf. Hello, Mr. D. Yes, they are.
Very, very nice audience.
Yes, they are tonight.
Well, I've never been so cold in all my life. Do you realize it was 17 degrees here this morning?
That's what somebody said.
I'm frozen. Absolutely. I've been here 6 weeks, and I've been sick every single day. Busy. Running to the doctors, getting medicines and everything else. And my maid at my hotel, I keep saying, more tissues. Why do they do that? Would you please
have to
forgive me
explain to them.
Please, tissues. Will you spell it with me now, please? Together. T-I-S-S-U-E. Tissues.
I can't argue with that.
Well, no, of course not. That's the way it should be told. That's the way it should be said.
Hello?
As sick as I was, I made a special trip to see Mr. McMahon at the Swank. Nice in that room. Swank. Those, see, that's my era, the class rooms. Mr. Wolf never played nightclubs, you know.
You never did?
Oh, no, smart class supper rooms. And Mr. McMahon is in there. What I love now, because I was honored, I was at your table with your lovely Joanna.
Yes.
And the next night, Mr. McMahon tells about his opening and so forth, and who was there? I was at your table, sitting with you.
That's true.
Mr. McMahon forgot me completely.
Did not
Mentioned
forget you.
everybody in the room, including the busboys and the waiters and all, but not Mr. DeWolf. I've made notes on that.
I mentioned you.
No, you did not.
I didn't mention you
because
opening night?
I've had a recording from NBC. We played it again.
You were not mentioned.
I was not mentioned,
You were
John.
mentioned.
No, I was not.
I spoke about my mother's love for you.
Oh.
When I was in the bingo
I
business.
mean on this show. Who was there the night?
This show.
Yes.
Oh, I thought opening
That's
night.
right.
Well, sometimes we're pressed for time.
You still have a little sniffle, do you?
Well, I tell you. You remember how I used to kid with you when I was in vaudeville? Well, talk about vaudeville. Last night, Carson and McMahon. All I kept thinking, isn't it a shame Low State and the Strand is gone? You two last night with the old bits.
I got silly last night.
Was the funniest show I have ever seen. Do you know that you talked about a good friend of mine, Walter Dale Wall? Played with him many, many times in Paris. I played 5 theaters in Paris. The Rex Cinema, the Gaumont, the ABC, the Alhambra, Jean Lépin, Équerre, the Cap Antibes. Yeah, Mr. Duo, vaudeville, all vaudeville.
See, those could be nightclubs, the real junkie clubs. But in France, they sound great. I played the Jacques Contrier, Le Boucheter Pont. Who knows? That could be some little dive. But when you say right,
that's right.
You say Le Café de Jeton. Now, that sounds class to begin with.
Well, I think the Rainbow Room at top of this building was class when Mr. DeWolf played it, not the grill. Mr. DeWolf
Rainbow
played
Room.
The Rainbow Room.
You started as a dancer.
I started as an acrobat.
Acrobat, rather.
Yes.
Well,
And
that's
I
a
found
dancer.
out you could get more money if you put a few little steps to it. So Mr. DeWolf used to do flip-flops, and then we put a time step.
Was this a member of a team originally?
Originally, yes.
Yes.
First, it was DeWolf and Kindler.
DeWolf and Kindler.
Evelyn Kindler, beautiful blonde dancer. I did, that was ballroom dancing then. I always did like, do you ever notice, they don't have those anymore, but the male member of the team when they danced always looked like they were smelling something. Oh, they had that expression, you know? I think I used to call it Raymond and Rappaport. Was the
Raymond and
dancing team,
Rappaport.
yes.
Who were the ones who originally started the ones where they
The
got...
DeMarcos.
Where they got mixed up.
Oh.
They started that whole trend.
Oh.
The Hartmans, wasn't it?
Hartmans, I
They
think,
started
yes.
off beautifully ballroom dancing, and then she would slip a little bit, and then it would become progressively a disaster.
I thought you boys last night would have done Willie Weston McGinty. You were practically doing
about
the
ready for that.
Yes,
We were
just
almost
about
ready for that.
it. I know.
You're gonna
Excuse me
do-
for this, you know, because remember I used to kid when I was in vaudeville? You'd get into a crowded elevator, like in this building. If you get on at the 15th floor, and it came from the 30th floor, and absolutely jammed, you walk into a crowded elevator just doing this. Crowded, stand there, and then say to somebody, I still don't believe what that doctor says. Everybody stops breathing. And when you get to the first floor, they rush out to breathe fresh air. Well, I've been doing that ever since I arrived.
What are you taking special vitamins or
I
something
have
for this?
every kind.
See, once you get the cold, it doesn't make much difference what you do, Billy.
B12.
B12 and the...
I tell you, if I ever collapsed on 6th Avenue in a doorway, I'd be a junkie. I've got more pins in here, needles, from vitamins. They're trying to build me up.
You may just leak to death.
Well, I may as well.
You know, that could be a possibility. You're going to do something, a little piece of business tonight or something, as
Well,
we refer to it in the...
See, most people see me as being sort of silly and things, but
Yes.
Mr. De Cordova is waving. What are you doing, Mr. De Cordova?
Yes. Those are his special little signals he
I
has
know.
worked out. I never understand what he's talking about.
Sometimes he has makeup on because he thinks the camera's going to be on him. Yes, he's been in many of your shots.
Why don't we do a commercial, then we'll come back and you can explain what this,
all
what
right.
this is about.
Yes, I'd be happy to do
All right,
that.
because I see something
Yes.
over here center stage.
As long as we settle Mr. De Cordova, I've never seen such waving.
We'll return in a moment after we take a brief pause for one of our sponsors.
Eddie, what's that mess?
It's a paper towel. You know, the one on TV that says it's so absorbent.
Oh, Eddie, come on, let me show you something. Now, I'll use Viva, and you use one of your towels.
Okay. Hey, what are you doing?
Just put your towel next to my Viva. See, they're both very absorbent. But you need more than absorbency, Eddie. You need a towel that doesn't fall apart, even if you scrub with an abrasive cleanser. Keep scrubbing, Eddie.
I'm scrubbing.
Look, Viva keeps right on working. See, Eddie? Viva didn't fall apart.
Hey, that's terrific. Let's do it again. And this time I'll be Viva, and you can be the other towel.
Viva, the absorbent paper towel that keeps on working.
Welcome back to Medical Center.
Yes.
You said you're getting out of the cold, though.
I am so happy. Sunday, I am leaving for Fort Lauderdale, one of your favorite spots, the
Yes.
Gulf Ocean Mile Hotel, right on the, step out onto sand, into the water.
Tippy-toe.
You'd like them tippy toes.
Tippy-toe into the sand. Barry Ray and his family, good friends of mine, and also Maud Castle from formerly of the Frolics in Salisbury Beach,
Yes, our old
Massachusetts,
spot.
is at the Gulf Ocean Mile Hotel. So, and they...
Well, you folks going down memory lane tonight? What is
No,
this?
well,
We go way back.
We go way back. But the maintenance department, I think his name is Hank, will probably quit because when Mr. DeWolf leaves the hotel, you know.
Must be neat.
Every room, the bulbs are working properly. He reaches up for a little dust and dirt. I do all many notes. So tell Hank to get ready.
Yes, we will. Now,
Yes.
what is going to take place here?
Well, now you've had musical shows here, and I've always been on Broadway with, musical shows. But about 18 years ago, they wanted me, because really, I talk about it being an acrobat and all, but Mr. DeWolf is a fine dramatic actor, you
I know that.
You knew that?
Oh, yes.
You knew
Yes,
that?
I knew that, yes.
Yes, from the Frolics.
Yes.
Yes. And 18 years ago, I was offered the part I think every actor waits for, a real straight dramatic acting. And then, of course, I was doing a movie, Call Me Madam, with Ethel Merman and George Sanders. And so I had to give up that chance. But tonight, I feel that I would like to do a scene from that show. If the audience, I think, is
Oh, yes.
they look like a class audience to me. So if I may set the scene.
You
if I
certainly may.
You'll excuse me?
Certainly.
You will excuse me?
Mr. DeWolf is crossing center stage. Yeah.
Oh, tut, tut, tut. Oh. Noisy microphone. Tatty, tatty, tatty. Now, the place, of course, is a section of London called Mayfair. The scene, a small flat on Half Moon Street, 32 Half Moon Street, as a matter of fact. As the curtain goes up, there is a knock at the door, and Evans the butler is seen entering. Now, as a special attraction, I don't usually do this, but being that it is Thanksgiving night, I'm going to play all of these particular characters myself. Why do you put it so high? Myself. Good afternoon, Evans. Is Sir John in? Sir John, no, he's in the library, sir. May I see him, please? Do you mind waiting? No, I don't. Then wait. Thank you, I shall. Sir John was just passing. Thought I'd pop in for the moment, old boy. I'm glad that you did so. As a matter of fact, I was just having a spot. Care to join me? Decent of you, John, decent of you. Is it Lion's tea? Good, then put the cozy back on. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mrs. Been to England. Some shows I say put the cozy back on. There's not a bloody titter. Cozy is something that fits. It goes over. It goes right on top of the... I shan't explain it. Never mind. I'm glad that you called, Sir William. As a matter of fact, I'm sending you on a mission. I'm sending you to India. Now, the play started at 7:30. It's now 10 to 10. It's the third act, and actually, it is my big dramatic moment. So now I should like to ask you to sit back, relax, watch this acting, see if you truthfully, now mind you, I say truthfully, don't think that I could not be in line for some sort of a dramatic award. First, I should like to have the ushers see that no one is seated any time during this performance. May I have the house lights, please? Because sometimes, yes. What a chatty-looking lot. Well, I shall continue. There they wave, there they wave, there they wave. Stop it! Stop it! Right now. And I'm going to ask you, ladies, it's not on you, it's on me, so stop it. I'm going to ask you all now that during this very dramatic scene, there is to be no munching of any kind. I've seen some candy bars out there. If anybody has chocolates on the covers back, please, no munching whatsoever. None at all. And no tittering over there, lady, please. One more titter, and out you go. And no coughing, please. If anybody feels a cough coming on now, because this is very dramatic, if you... Will you all cough now and get rid of it, please? What a sickly lot you are. Now I'm going to... Yes, oh yes. Please, will you lock the men's room and the ladies' rooms now, please? No one coming up or going out. Now I ask you again, there's to be no munching, no tittering, no coughing, please. And this is the... Please, you may lower the lights now, Cecil, please. Now, the last line was India. I'm going to play all of these particular characters myself. Please watch. Is that... You put it... Yes, sir. Please watch this acting. Now, who the hell did you expect? What a silly lot you are. So you're going to send me to India, Sir John, eh? No tittering, lady. Will you get out, please? So you're going to send me to India, Sir John, eh? I suppose that's my punishment for seeing so much of Lady Penelope Titterly Smythe. Well, you may banish me from London, Sir John, but good gad, man! India! Terrific, eh? I can see it all now. The Major, those tiger hunts, storms like thunder. I tell you, men, we've got to push through. We've got, not now, I don't want the drums now. We've got to put, not now, Beresford, not now, please. It's on page 3. Oh, for heaven's sakes. There they go again. The natives again. 17 days now lost in this jungle, never knowing whether we're getting out alive. Who started this corny expedition? A William Morris unit, I'll guarantee you that. I tell you, I can't stand this unbearable heat much longer. We've got to get out. We've got to find a way out somehow. Taxi, taxi. Stand it. Sir Gerald, you're losing your mind. You're losing your mind if we don't get out soon. I can't stand this much longer. This unbearable heat. I can't stand this. Someone's munching. Lady in the 3rd row, will you... What in the world is... A turkey leg, madam. During my performance... Oh, jeez. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, I can't stand this heat much longer. This unbearable heat. We've got to get out. We have got... May I say that this is one of the filthiest stages I have ever appeared on? Stand this. Makes me sick. Where was I now? Oh, yes, the heat. Those jungles. I can't stand it much longer. We've got to get out. The tsetse fly will get us. This unbearable heat. And those drums, they've been trying to tell us something for days. Sir Gerald, have you figured out the code of the drums? What are they trying to tell us? Do not let natives record. Signed Petrillo. Oh, no. Oh, my God, they don't even know he's gone. He's no longer with us. The messages, I can't stand the heat. The heat. There's a hell of a draft coming from somewhere here. You remember when I said when I do that dramatic bit to keep that door shut back there? Will you shut the door, please? Thank you. I must apologize to you, ladies and gentlemen, because it's all right now. Thank you. I've got to apologize. Once would have been enough. The minute that you give them a small little part to do, they've got to build it up. And it's not necessary to put makeup on to slam that door back there. He's been made up since 4:30 this afternoon to slam the door back there. Well, I guess you can see that it's practically impossible to try and do straight dramatic acting in a tatty-tatty studio. Studio, what's the number here? 6, what? What? Speak up, speak up. 6B. 6B. God, what a studio. I want to apologize to you, ladies and gentlemen. I should like to do more of my dramatic acting, but with your tittering and your munching, I'm afraid I can't continue. I'm afraid from now on, next season, you'll have to see me at the Bijou Theater. But I do want to say I've tried anyway. Thank you very much. Thank you.
My apologies to Jerzy Kosinski, who will be with us soon again. Thank you, Billy,
I
for
want
being with us.
to say goodbye to Irene Company in Toronto, Canada.
Tomorrow night, Tony Randall, J.P. Morgan, David Brenner, Mark Stone, and Popov from the Moscow Circus. Good night.